Hello everyone, welcome to our next event at Civil Cyber Forum. This is a masterclass and today's topic is real-world ethical hacking. Civil Cyber Forum is dedicated for having safe and secure community in Switzerland and abroad. Therefore, we organize different events and the organizations in Switzerland, online and offline. This is one of our events and we are pleased to welcome you today at our masterclass. It's free of charge. It will take 2 hours. And today we are going to host Fikrat Karimli, who is cybersecurity expert from United States. Before we start, thank you very much, Fikrat. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Samir Aliyev. I'm a founder and the CEO of Civil Cyber Forum and CyberFi GmbH. And also I'm a program director for data protection officers at the University of St. Gallen. I'm based in Zurich, Switzerland, and our panelist is Fikrat Karimli. Fikrat Karimli is cybersecurity architect at Project Worldwide in the United States. He also studied at his master's degree at the National University, cybersecurity master degree he has there. And as you see, he has different and international recognized certification. He is one of the best cybersecurity experts I know. Therefore, I have invited Fikrat to have a masterclass today with us to show us how we are going to live in the future, or what are the best way to have the ethical hacking or penetration testing. Why do we need it? Why the business needs for ethical hacking? And before going to the presentation for the housekeeping, you can, if you have any question, you can use the Q&A button on the bottom of your screen, or you can ask any question during the presentation. We will answer all your questions at end of the masterclass. Fikrat will start his presentation after several minutes. It will take almost 1 hour 45 minutes. Last 15 minutes we will spend for your questions and answers. Please feel free to join actively and send your questions and stay with us next 2 hours. As I mentioned, I'm Samir Aliyev and we have panelist Fikrat Karimli. Those are our email addresses. If you need further information or questions or anything else, you can reach out to us anytime. And also for more information, for more events and blogs about Civil Cyber Forum, you can visit our webpage. And our services, cybersecurity services, you can visit our CyberFi webpage, which is cyberfi.ch or .ch. This is from my side, and I would like to welcome Fikrat. Fikrat, welcome, and it's now your turn to start your presentation.
All right. Hi guys. So thank you so much, Samir, for overall information. So as Samir mentioned, my name is Fikrat Karimli. I'm cybersecurity architect that working for a project. I've been working in cybersecurity industry for like more than 9 years so far. I'm 25 years old. Yeah, I know I started working a little bit early age. So yeah, and yeah, I think it's going to be very, very good, very hands-on, very technical masterclass that we're going to give. And it's totally going to be based on we picked one vulnerable machine from the Wong Hub, which is identified as a very hard machine. I have not done any prep or not even touched anything on the machine before. I just wanted to kind of show you guys today that what I'm doing when I'm seeing the system first, and how I'm doing the information gathering, how I'm doing the reconnaissance, and how I'm doing like exploitation and getting like a full takeover of the system. And we're gonna do that step by step today, and I'm gonna on live and hands-on show you how that penetration tests are real penetration tests are getting conducted. And we're gonna just, as Samir said, we're gonna just have like last 15 minutes for QA, and you can ask your questions and stuff, and we would love to kind of answer all of that questions. And again, if you need to kind of reach us out for our services, cybersecurity services, cyberify.ch is one of the best cybersecurity service provider in the Switzerland, and Swiss Cyber Forum is just making innovative stuff and lots of community activities and lots of great things in the Switzerland. So, and thumbs up for Samir actually for just creating that kind of things. And you know, he's a really good, as far as I know, he's one of the great entrepreneurs that I've seen so far. So thanks, Samir, for actually creating that opportunity for us to have that masterclass. And yeah, if you guys ready, just want to start sharing my screen, and we're gonna just quickly wheel the spin. So yeah, it's all ready. So Samir, is my screen?
Yes, we see you.
Okay, perfect. So what we have right now is just IP address of the system. That I just want to let you know, guys, if you're gonna scan the outside of your internal network or something like that, it's illegal, it's prohibited. And just if you're gonna just have if you have the lab set up, if you have your own machines and stuff for testing, it's totally fine. It's your own system, but the things that I'm gonna show you in here is totally for educational purposes, and the things that we're gonna do is totally on our internal network. I have Kali machine, which is one of the best distros, Linux distros that been used in a penetration test world. And I have another Linux box, which is I told you before that we picked and choose from the Warm Hub, and this is both living inside of my VMware application. So long story short, so let's start with scanning the IP address, and let's see what kind of services, what kind of ports are open, because that ports are going to be our main focus. And just let's enumerate them first and see what we have in here. So the thing that I'm going to use for port scanning is an Nmap, one of the best. The cybersecurity professionals are calling it as a Swiss cyber knife of cybersecurity. So this is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to use the flags that I've been wrote over here is a script scan, version scan, which is going to give us like what ports are open, what version that is ports relates to, and yeah, we can definitely. I'm sorry. There's a few people asking for increasing the font size. We can definitely do that. Let's do it like 20. Okay. Apply. Okay. I hope it's gonna work. Oh, I think it's a little bit bigger. Let's do like a 15. 15. Okay. Apply. Okay. Now I think it's better. So yeah. So verbose and IP address of our live system is 10.0.0.117. So it's our type C IP address. So we're going to start scanning, and we have a few ports are open. So let's see what's going to give us. As a side note, I want to open, since our scan is running, I want to create the new directory, master, and we're going to put all of our findings and information over there. I'm always kind of keeping my one file for notes, because you know, as an information gathering phase, you need to kind of gather usernames, informations that you conducted from your scans and stuff. So I'm going to put all of them over here because maybe we're going to need that information in our next steps. So okay, we're pretty much done. We have FTP port open, SSH port open. We have DNS service running. We have HTTP, and we have one some HTTP service that running on Miniserve on port 10,000. We're gonna start from FTP, and let's see what we can get from the FTP service. The first thing that I'm gonna do is like anonymously connect to FTP service, because we don't have any usernames, we don't have any passwords and stuff, and we're gonna check if anonymous FTP is enabled on the service, so maybe we can get some information over there. FTP 10.10.117. I think. Anonymous, and please type password anonymous, and let's see what's, nope, login failed. So FTP is checked. So FTP for right now, FTP is not useful. For SSH, we have nothing to do over here because, again, as I said, we don't know users and passwords. Domain name could be useful, but my main focus is going to be that HTTP that services, that two of them, because web applications are most of the time in that type of vulnerable machines. HTTP services are mostly the one that you can get initial foothold, then you can do privilege escalation and get to fully take over the system. So let's start with browsing what's on the web page. So I'm gonna open our Mozilla web browser and let's see what we have over here. 117, and okay, we have HTML5 web page. And let's look at the source code, because most of the time that source code can give you some in that CTF type of a challenge, it gives you some type of information that sometimes lazy admins forget something, like some notes and stuff over there. So it could be useful maybe. And let's see what we have. It's just everything looks normal. Normal stuff over here, nothing too crazy. And what is this? Okay, nothing too interesting. It's just JavaScript, that jQuery. It's pretty normal too. They just forgot to kind of remove the notes. So nothing too crazy over here. Let's see let's check a little bit more and let's see what we have over here. Broadband. Let's see what kind of web page that we have, because maybe they're hosting some type of a PHP script or something like that we can get a command execution or just trigger the PHP functionality. Because on the HTML side, you cannot pretty much do anything. It's just static page. Let's see what is an account that's going to the same page. No, get help. That could be useful too. Let's see, let's put some gibberish data. Because if it's gonna show us the error, like email is wrong or something like that, that means some type of a script is running in the background. If it's not gonna give us anything, because this is not obviously this is not a valid email. Oops, sorry. If it's not going to give us anything, that means it's a static HTML page and we need to move on. And we need to move to the different step. Yeah, as I said, it's not giving us anything. Yeah, it's just static page. Okay, that's nothing that so far that can do here, the one thing that we can do, Buster, which is gonna, or Dirbuster is like looking for, Dirbuster is actually one of my favorite tools. It's gonna look for hidden directories that are not obvious to the user interface. So it's gonna crawl the web page and basically brute force the web page with the different like names and stuff, and look for hidden directories, look for hidden like a PHP script, a PHP page and stuff like that. So we're gonna use Dirbuster, and we need to type our address 10.0017. Then we need to browse the user share. Then we need to choose Dirbuster word list, because we need to choose a word list. And this, is pretty much for crawling website directory list 2.3 medium. Let's choose this one, and yeah, PHP, and let's start crawling. Let's see what we have. Pretty much normal stuff over here. Statement, image tags, this stuff up. No, that's interesting. It's a log file. Let's see what we have, what we can get from it. Okay. Line disk. This is the recovery. Yeah. Nothing too useful. Just some gibberish data, gibberish log that we cannot get anything. Accounts, CSS, utility. No, nothing useful. Nothing useful so far. Account. Oh, this one is redirection over here, and we have index.php. Let's see what we can get to here. It looks like some login page. Add an admin. This is what I'm just always saying, is like a default passwords. Now let's actually, for web application testing, the one of the best tools that's available to penetration testers and overall cybersecurity professionals is Burp Suite. So I'm gonna fire up the Burp Suite and see what we can, what kind of request that has been sending, and what is the like responses. Web application analysis, Burp Suite. Actually, there's one more that we can do before moving deeper in here. So the thing that I'm going to do is check another HTTP port, because could be something useful over there. Because it looks like, we can get somewhere from here, but it's good to kind of give another port a shot and see if we can get. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a redirection follows web serve 0. Oh, it's using some DNS name. But for getting here, we need to change our host file. So as a note, our record keeping purposes, count page could be useful. Oops. I'm gonna note that suite, because we might need to use the burp suite over there for looking at the requests and responses. And let's change our host file, because if we're gonna go to here, it's not gonna resolve, because it's not on our host file. Just asking from our internet service provider that, hey, how can I resolve that DNS name? If it's not there, it's showing you the 400 error, so it's not resolving. So we're gonna make etc hosts, and we're gonna add IP address 1117, and we're gonna add that domain name over here, which is, oops, I cannot definitely see that. So, web srv01.greenoptic.vn. We're gonna save it. This could be also useful that because we know that greenoptic.vn is a DNS name of machine. If you guys are from Nmap results, we have DNS service running, so we can dig into that DNS and looking for what else that we can get from that DNS service. Because it could be another subdomains that run on the system, so it could be useful. So let me note that too. Dig DNS service and greenoptic.vn. And it's going to resolve that here for our record keeping. So, okay, we're going to go here again. It's just resolved, and it's give us the webmin. It's interesting to see, but again, we don't have any username and password. Let's say admin password. It's not working. So it's just basically, it looks like a rabbit hole. Yeah. Let's see what we can get from the DNS. DNS. Oops, what is it? Dig AXFR at 10.00117, and our greenoptic.vn. Greenoptic.vn. Okay. Let's see what we have. Green Optic, NS1, not there. Oh, that looks very interesting. Copy, add it to notes because it looks something interesting to me. Web server, we already have this one and greenoptic.vn. Let's add that to DNS names in our Etsy host file again, because I want to see that where it's going to get resolved. Maybe there's another, it's going to take us to somewhere different. So let's open the Etsy host again and add that to entries 117 green optic VM, and another entry is recovery plan, the green optic VM. Save it and see what it's gonna tell us. Okay, all right. First, let's try the green optic. It's just taking us the page that we were in before. Let's see, where's the recovery plan? .greenoptic.com. It's not resolving. Why? Oh, I made a typo in here. So let's try it again. Oh, there we go. Restricted area. Again, asking for password and username, admin and password. Looks basic, like excuse me, basic like HTTP authentication with the password. But it's good to note it in here, so we can, if we're going to have username or something like that, we can just try it again. Check. Let's mark it. Okay, so far we already done with this, Let's go back to account page with the Burp Suite and see what we can, how we can just get something from here. For that, I'm gonna use the Burp Suite Community Edition. So I'm gonna use the Burp over here for forwarding my all of my requests to Burp. So, okay, let's see, admin. Okay, we have intercepted in here. And let's send repeat. Let's turn off the Burp Suite for right now. Okay. So let's look at the request. It's just, it looks like a post. It should be, oh, that's a weird. Oh, let's look at the user agent, accept, everything looks normal, but it's the one very, very weird thing that I'm just seeing right now is it's supposed to make a post request, because most of the time, this is what I've seen in my experience, that lots of like web applications, they're doing like that username and password thing, they're doing as a post request, but it looks like it's making some GET request. Let's send it and see what we have in here. Let's follow the redirection. And yeah, it's just very weird, but oh well.
Excuse me, Fikrat.
Yeah.
Your audio is a little bit interrupting. Can you check your internet network?
It's
time
doing
to
what?
time we don't hear you very well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. 1 second. I should be okay. What about right now? Is it good?
Let's see. Go ahead.
So okay, so the thing that I'm seeing here is, for example, that PHP include, it looks like something, but that include function most usually has been used by like okay, great. It's been used by, for me, it looks like a file inclusion, because if that's the case, we can use this and we can include any file in the Linux system and see what's going on. And if it's a remote file inclusion, it's even way better, because that means we can store some PHP script in our host machine, and we can remotely trigger it from our victim machine, and it's going to give us direct shell without any problem. So first thing first, let's check our best option right now. Let's check remote file inclusion and see if we have any remote activity. So first, I'm going to check my IP address. My IP is 10.0.8, and I'm going to host simple Python web server and just see that if I'm getting any activity. If it's going to be any activity, that means that means it's like there's like a remote file inclusion in here. And okay, let's try it. HTTP 10. Oops, sorry. Okay, 10.0.0.108. Oops, typo. Okay, let's see. Send it. And let's check our, nope, nothing in here. Okay, another option that we can do is check local file inclusion if we're lucky. So we're gonna use as much as we can, and this is we're gonna check etc password, because this is like readable by everybody in the Linux system. So if we're gonna just put like any other file, it could be like the permissions could be different, but etc password is good in most of the Linux distros. And let's send it. If that's the case, that means, you know, local file inclusion is enabled. And oh, there we go. There we go. We have local file inclusion for sure. We have some users in here, and that's the time that we can check our notes again, because we have Terry, Sam, we have Alex, we have some weird monitor user, which I've never seen before. We have these things are pretty much, you know, standard in Linux environment, that root, ADM, LP sync, halt mail, but these ones are actually usernames. So Sam, Terry, and Alex. So let's note it down. Usernames. And let's note it down. Alex, Sam, and Terry. And let's move to the next stage. So what we have is some usernames. We can brute force, but brute forces should be our last resort. It should be done in the last moment. We have usernames we can brute force and against account, or, you know, that we local inclusion. But for right now, I want to just check some configuration files, because if you remember, we have like a lot of web page that has let me show you. Recover and green.v is asking for a password. This is HT password file that asking for us to like put our passwords in here. First thing to check is look for HT password, because most of the time that thing, that HT password has that password in that file. So if we can just get it, that means we can access that web page and we can get even more information. So that usually, let's first check Apache configuration, and Apache configuration is, it looks like it's a Red Hat CentOS. So we need to check, like, this is what I'm always doing. Google is hacker's best friend for me, or let's say cybersecurity professionals. Apache configuration location on CentOS. Okay, they are looking, it's GTP. Okay, let's include the file, because we have local file inclusion, and let's see what we can get. few typos here and here too. Let's see what we can get from it. No. It's weird. That's why. Okay, fixed it. All right, that's juicy information in here. Let's see what we can do, what we can get actually. Listen, port 80, which is we already know that. Include modules, okay. User and group Apache, which is pretty standard too. Server admin, root at localhost. Blocks below, low override all, okay, normal. Document root, var, www, HTML, okay. And options, indexes, allow override all. Index HTML, that's available to everyone. And let's see what else. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So the things that configuration file is give me, because the recovery plan subdomain that we're accessing, it has .ht password file. So basically, they don't want us to kind of just see that file in var www.html. Because if we're going to see that, that means we can know the password. So that's why they just denied it as a rule. So let's note it, because that's definitely the next thing that I'm going to check. Check .ht password. And let's see what else that we can get. Log level, warn, that's normal, normal. Okay, access logs, okay, normal. This one is pretty much normal too. Okay, and yeah, everything looks pretty normal. Now it's time to kind of check that HT password file. var www html .ht password. Send. Nothing. Should be something. Maybe the subdomain is in different location, not in the var www.html. Let me see if I made any typos. Oh no, looks normal. Let's check without HTML, because usually they're putting in the var www too. Oh, there we go. There we go. We have username and password. Perfect. Let's copy that, paste it. Okay. But there's a problem in here, because that is not a password. That's a hash. This looks like an APR hash. We have username staff, but we need to check that password. So I'm probably gonna use a hash cat. So okay, see here, hashcat. First let's identify the hash. Hash identifier, and let's see. I've seen that type of thing lots of times before, and I've seen HT password things before too. And so that's why it shouldn't take. Okay, MD5 APR. So, and let's check that hashcat had module. Hashcat dash help and grep APR. Okay, it's a mode 1600. So we can start cracking the hash. Okay, hashcat. We need to specify the word list, because if we're gonna do the pure brute force attack, it's gonna take a long time, and my VM doesn't have that GPU power. And let's do we're gonna specify the word list, share word list, rock. That's one of the best and very wide dictionary. Oh, I forgot the thing. We need to specify. We need to put the hash into the file. V hd password the hash and save it. So yeah, we specify the word list, we specify the mode, as you can see over here that it's a mode 1600, and we need to specify, we're gonna need to specify hd password hash, so we're gonna know what kind of a hash, what kind of file that it's gonna check. The specifier parameter as a value must be a number. Oh, wait a minute. Hashcat dash help. Most probably I have not specified the correct flag for word list. Let's see what we have. Should be the W. Version TP. Oh, it's a workload profile. Not a word. No, wait a second. Grep dictionary. Actually, you know what's the best way to do? Hashcat APR example. That's what I'm always to do. Save myself Oh, dang. Oh, we don't have to specify the. I just got confused with the John. John the Ripper is different than hashcat. User share word list rock here and a password hash. Okay, it started, and let's see. It's gonna take. It depends on to specify one more thing. A0, because its attack mode should be specified too. It's giving us some error. Why? Dang. Now let's try the John Ripper. I don't have it because we have a limited time. I don't have a time to just troubleshoot that thing. John the Ripper. APR. Okay, I'm going to take one of the examples over here. Okay. All right. JTA should be. Actually, it's just very weird that why it's not working. So weird. So it just looked like a brachio dot table. 1 second. Let me just check the dictionary file because it looks like dictionary file is making that problem. User share word list. Let me just delete that one. Empty trash. And paste that rocky.txt over here. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see what's the problem. Again, it's not matching. Again, as I said, I don't have a time to troubleshoot that. There's something wrong with the most probably either wordless or hashcat. Okay, let's try John dash word list user share word list rocku.txt and hd password.hash. Okay, it's gonna check the format by itself, but let's see if we can John dash help grep APR MD5 let's see what kind of a formats that we have. Rules, format, list formats. Okay. See list equals filters, external modes, hybrids. Formats. And let's see grep APR because that's the hash that we have, but it doesn't look like we have something. What about MD5H APR? We have HMAC, MD5, PDF, MD2. Should has MD5 APR. Let me see. If it's not gonna find, if they don't have anything over here, that means we just let it to kind of oh, it's just normal MD5 format. It's identified as a normal MD5 format. So let's check it out, and if it's gonna work, that's great. If it's not gonna work, that means we're gonna let John is gonna automatically identify the hash type. Oops. What happened? Is that MD5? Yeah. Okay. That's actually, yeah, it's not, it's finding out. Let's see what's gonna find it. Yeah, it should, maybe it's a rabbit hole that we're digging right now, but it's good to try. Maybe it's some type of a complex password that we're not going to be able to, yeah, we're not going to be able to solve. Till it's running, I just want to take a look at Hashcat and why it was not working. Because it's still, well, like trying to crack the password. Let's take a Hashcat. Somebody commented out mode 500. Let's first actually, it's not about a modes, I think it's about a like a just general Hashcat or just dictionary. Hashcat -m and mode 116-v user share list you hd password hash. Oh my god. Again. Why it's not separated or matched? Let's kind of see. Okay, session is completed. Oh, okay, looks like it finds something. John, results. So results that we can see. It should be. Okay, John show. Show HD password that hey. Oh, okay, still. Well, let me just actually quickly Google Google the error code. Separate and match hashcat. Let's see. Oh, M500. Okay, you're right, man. Let's see. Let's try it out. Let's see what's gonna give us. No, still, man. What about actually putting the whole thing over here? Because it looks like some type of a hash problem, obviously. Copy. Should have my notes in here that there's a specific modes. I'm sorry, guys. Let me actually quickly, because I have some cheat sheet of Hashcat. So it's just basically, it's kind of a refresher for me that, let me see what is the missing part. And okay, it looks like maybe we need to actually put the username and hash together as well. Could be possible. Because as my notes in here, sometimes it's just yeah, let's actually, instead of using only hash, it's very weird. Just first identify yeah, it looks like MD5 APR. Let's put it with username and see what we can get. Staff, copy. Okay. Clear. Let's HD password hash. Okay. Delete all of them and paste it. And let the hashcat, let's run it again. No, still. I don't know why it's still not working. Should work. Hashcat dash help grep APR typo. Yeah, it's a mode. Apache APR1. Let's see what's that guy is written in here. Maybe it's gonna be, oh, it's the one important stuff in here. For this, we can command to John. Actually, let's remove the HD password.hash. John wants to see the username in here too. So let's do John again, and let's see if it's gonna find something or not. Okay, it looks like something is different is going. Till that, we're gonna see, oh, we can get some information in here. It's basically. All right, let's see, where's the John? Show. No, still nothing. Oh, it's very weird. Let me actually look at the share or list. Rocky.txt. Yeah, it looks normal. What else can we do? APR. Yeah, it's just wants that MD5. One second. Okay, what about if I'm gonna change, because that things can be possible too, that still. Let's try a different word list. And let's see if it's going to show us the same error. That means basically I should screw up something. I'm going to use seclist. Seclists. Okay. User share seclist passwords. Let's try this basic one. Dark code top, yeah, dark web top 10,000 txt and hd password hash. Oh, no hash is loaded. Wait. Wait a minute. It looks like our hash file is problematic. It's loaded. It's always good to Google. Okay. There are a few types of MD5 supported hash. Okay, hash ID, MD5 crypt. Let's check with hash ID actually. Hash ID. Hash ID. One second. I need to kind of, yeah. Unknown hash. Weird. That's very weird. Okay. Okay, let's see. Definitely cannot find a. Oh, all right, makes sense. Oh, okay. I see Laurent comment over here. I just want to let you know the reason that we're kind of doing something like that is because we want to just give it like a real like a real world first time penetration test is going on. So that's why it's a bit of a like a little bit bummer right now. And MD5 crypt long. Let me actually check it with maybe some typos over here. Copy. Okay. Let's go into the different directory and maybe it cannot see from the CD desktop. ls clear the new dot hash or John q.txt. Let's specify the format as MD5 crypt. Format equals MD5 crypt. Alright. See sessions. Still nothing. Last line. Let's give it a shot to hashcat again. Sure. Word best. Q and hash. Now let's check different token length exception. What can be done with different at APR. Let's decrypt Unix. Let's look at what is the hash type of thing. Looks like, yeah, we have the same type. APR1, $. What about let's try, actually, yeah, Abu, you're right. That's a totally, you're right, Abu. You're totally correct in this case. All right. Yeah, you're right. We're totally show new the hash. Yeah, all hashes are already being found. So hashcat show and hash file is new the hash. No hash token. What is that thing? Maybe I have home 0 desktop root. We already cracked the hash, which is good. Desktop. Root. Show correct hash cat. Okay. Mask dictionary show hash file. Oops. Okay. No, it's not a Gamboa, man. It's a Wheeler. It's a Wheeler. So we can finally, after lots of efforts, staff Wheeler. Oh my God! Finally, we got in. Okay. Almost halfway down through. Finally. We have here Terry, we have PHPBB recover a plan. They're kind of their forum type of thing. We have team message by Terry, which we already found. Terry over here, Terry, Sam, Alex. And let's see what Terry's been talking about. Oh, we cannot see that. Let's see, tasks, admin to be disabled. There's like a few markups that they kind of put it over here. Admin installed, server should be deactivated. Okay, can someone pick it up? The account portal needs to be checked for vulnerabilities and patched. Full audit of web server logs also need to be performed. Please speak up to the Linux team, obtain these. Okay. And FTP service, whilst we do not believe the FTP software is vulnerable, it's to be taken offline or at least restricted so it's internally accessible to someone. Can someone pick it up? Let's return key information and let's see where's the team. During the critical time, we need to be extra diligent by ensuring we're doing thorough checks as we discussed our team meeting and got currently blah, 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 blah. Sam, thanks for volunteering and the network monitoring I told you about located in here. It looks like a file. Oh, it's a password protected. I have emailed you the password and let me know as soon as possible if you found anything suspicious. Okay, so he emailed to who? Terry. Okay. Things that we can do is, as far as we know that he emailed to Terry, we have, because that email has a password. So the first thing that came into my mind that we can check the like an email and in Linux server and see what we can get. If it's available, it's readable by us because we already have local file inclusion because it has passwords that we need for FTP. let's see, var mail Terry, and Abu is right, and we can use that password in later for different purposes. Let's see what we have over here. All right, we have access to it. From server support, Terry, as per our request, we installed the PHP-BB, help with the incident response. Your username is Terry. We have, voila, we have password. Okay, we have Terry's password over here. So Terry, let's note it down. Username, user Terry, password is Wasala. Okay, we have our first password. Let's check another. Let's see what kind of server support. This is another user that we can copy and just see, is there any useful information that we can get from that mail? Nope. Let's check Alex. Alex, and no, nothing. Sam, that's our last user that we can check too. Okay, we have something in here too. Hi Sam, per team message, the password is hello sunshine. Okay, this is Alex's password. User, let's note it down too. So Alex, and password is hello sunshine 1234. So first, let's check. We don't need that Rocky and all of that stuff because it gave us a little bit hard time. But it was like very kind of a little mistake that we did. We need to first put the hash, then need to put a word list, not like a word list first and hash second. So we kind of did a little bit of mistake over there. It's all good, all good. But finally we already found the, let's see, downloads. Let's use one of that passwords and see if it's going to be able to, okay. Hello Sunshine 123 is password of that PCAP file. And let's see what we can get. Or first, let's use SSH to see maybe the password is reusable for that SSH users over here. And Alex, password is hello sunshine. Nope. And let's use Terry's password over here and see if Terry, if we can access to Terry as an SSH. One second. Let me just, oh no, it's still clipboard is, I'm a bit lazy right now. And let's see, Terry, copy that again. Let's get into Terry. Oops, typo. And nope, none of them are passwords for SSH. Let's see if we're not going to find anything in PCAP, we can use that passwords for FTP. Let's see what we have in that. It's not opening. Why? Okay, it's all good. We can open from the command line, dpi.pcap. right, looks like we have packet capture. Now let's see what we can find over here. So HTTP ports, and it's sending some web traffic, HTTP traffic again, web traffic. It's all fine. It's just basic HTTP requests, then responses that I'm seeing over here. What is this? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. We have some very juicy information in here. Look at that, guys. We have username Alex and we have password that FWE and something like that. So we have password of Alex FTP account. So that's a perfect sign. And because the FTP is not giving us lots of like a command shell, first I'm gonna try this on the SSH. If we got in, that's a great sign. If we're not getting in, we're gonna get into the FTP and just enumerate the system and look for internal structures and look how we can get something more. And this password copied. I'm still gonna SSH Alex at 1.0.17 and password is dang perfect. Whew, finally we have user.txt. And let's do something more. So the thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put so right now we have user shell. For getting full shell, we need to do privilege escalation. So for privilege escalation, we need to enumerate the system. So the script that I'm using all the time is a lean enum.sh by reboot user. So it's a really, really great script for privilege escalation. So I'm gonna use that and just see what we can do with that. And when enum that should be somewhere over here, and we can copy that file and we can store it in here. vlen-enum.sh, paste it. Okay, save the script, and we're gonna do python-m simple HTTP server 80, and we're gonna, if we have vget, yeah, we have vget, perfect. Vget 10.0.108 if I'm not mistaken, and then enum.sh, permission denied. Oh, we need to home Alex, because we don't have a permission to write to everywhere. We only can, not only, but we can write in our home directory for sure. Okay, file is saved. Let's clear our shell and let's chmod +x, make it executable. And let's trigger the script and see what we can get. So far so good, and let's see what we have. Okay, it looks like terminal history is limited over here. We need to, okay, we need to pipe it to results.txt. because we cannot see the like upper side of the results. So I'm gonna just send all of the data to the result.txt so we can see all everything. Okay, vi results.txt, and let's see what we have over here. So we have Linux version, looks normal. It doesn't look like a vulnerable to the kernel exploits, because it's just basically just last resort to, for me, it's actually in the last line I'm checking the kernel exploits, but it's kind of let's note it. Maybe it's going to be useful for us. Oops. Come on. Check for kernel exploits. We have noted down, and let's see what kind of information that we can get that's going to help us to elevate our privilege. We have CentOS release 7.8. We have user ID, Alex, Wireshark. That looks weird. No, that's not normal. Alex has a Wireshark. She can run Wireshark, but why? Let's note it down, because it's Wireshark. Alex is part of Wireshark. And let's see what's more. We already know the content of etc password, and don't know. It's a group memberships. Yeah. TCP dump group. Looks weird too. What else we have? We already know the etc password. So let's see. What we can see. Monitor, Sam, Terry. We only can get into our directory, because if you can see the permissions over here, we cannot get either Monitor, Sam, or Terry. So what else that we have? Okay. Path information. Looks normal too. You know, that like a privilege escalation stuff. The reason that I'm just saying that is normal, because when you're doing like a lot of penetration testing and in Linux environment or Windows environment, doesn't matter. You already know what is a system internals, and you already know what is normal and what is unusual. So that all things that over here just looks pretty much normal, except that, you know, the Wireshark group. And let's see what we have in here. Yeah, just basic things too. Let's see what kind of additional, that's always kind of good to check. What's additional ports are getting involved, because sometimes, you know, that ports are only available to internal systems, not outside. So that's why it's always good to check the listening TCP ports, or even UDP, doesn't matter actually. Because sometimes you can get juicy information from the sum of the UDP ports too. Let's look at the processes and see what's looking a little bit abnormal. Okay, that makes sense. That's not normal, but we already know that port 10,000 is the miniserve is running on the port 10,000. We can look at the configuration file. We're definitely going to look at the configuration file because it could have some passwords that that we can use for root. Let's just note it. Okay, and let's move on. And we have process and binaries. Yeah, we need to look for SUID and SUID permissions too. And let's see what I have in here. Looks pretty normal. LVM, SSHD socket. Looks okay. Looks okay. Okay, sudo version, MySQL version, Apache version. That's all. Yeah, I found the hash file over here too. Bgay curl. Yeah, it's good to kind of check the password file that is writable too, because if we can write to the password file, this is what I've seen in the CTFs and a few systems too. If you can write to the password file, you can just paste your hash into the second, like a delimiter area. And so you can just basically, you can change the root or anybody's password. And let's see, suite files. Let's see what's unusual in here. Nope, SGID files, all system related, system internals. And configuration files. Let's look. It looks pretty standard too. You can have Alex bash history and SS switch, and yeah. So the thing that I would like to do is first check that Wireshark, then check that. Let's actually first check the miniserve conf because it could have some information over here too. Let's see. What was it? Webmean miniserve. Webmean miniserve.conf. Oh yeah, permission denied. What about checking the Wireshark? Because it could be something that we can see, like maybe there's like some process running in the background and it's not obvious to us. Maybe that's for that purpose. You know, this is like basically right now we're in some type of a real world CTF challenge. Maybe that's why they give us the Wireshark permissions. That's what I'm thinking. Cannot open display. Bummer. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Because I know why. Because our terminal is not being X1, X11 forwarding. It's not enabled, so we need to enable that. So actually, what was the password? Let me just look at it. I didn't copy, which I should, but it's all good. Follow TCP stream. Let's copy that password. And okay. If we're gonna specify that flag, that means we're gonna be able to see Wireshark screen, hopefully. What happened? Did I not? Okay. I think I copied to my. Okay. And let's keep it running. Okay. Let's see, Wireshark. Nope. Wireshark SSH flag. Should be some flag over here that X11 or something like that. T-Shark, yeah, T-Shark is possible option too, but let's first, because we're part of the, we can trigger the Wireshark, and I just want to try it out first. If I'm gonna be able to, successfully just get into here. Okay, what was the flag for that? And I should use, okay. Yeah, I should use the bigger Wireshark. Oh, there we go. Now we can see that. Okay, let's interfaces list. Let's capture any, and let's see what we can find. Okay, it's all X11 things. Let's capture that for like 1 or 2 minutes, and let's see what we can get from that capture file. It looks like some lots of X11 kind of thing. It looks like our own traffic, basically, because you can see from the source IP to destination, it's our SSH and X11 sessions. I mean, the handshakes are going on. Okay. There's something. Let's look at. There's all TCP and SSH. Let's actually see what's protocol. Let's stop it for right now. Let's see what we have. SSH. We don't actually, the reason that I kind of just applied that filter over here, because I don't want to see any SSH and that type of thing. And neither that TCP X11 thing. Let's see what we have over here that's very unusual. SSH, lots of SSH over here, which we don't need, and okay. Let's see what else we have. DNS, ICMPv6, very unuseful for us right now. Wait, SMTP, what is that? Pipeline, web server, verify. Looks like base 64. Let me just use a cyber chef. And it's coming from loopback. That's weird. Let me just. Oh, wait. Is it hash or password? So, guys, we have very, very interesting thing over here that is trying to authenticate plain text as like a base 64 encoded format, which I decoded it using CyberChef, and it's give us like root and some type of it could be hash, could be password. Let's actually first check it if it's a hash. And we don't need that anymore. Hash identifier. No, it could be lots of things. It's possible hash, but so length of it is a little bit like a question. Let's actually try to log in because it's off plain. It's usually, that means it's like a plain text authentication is trying to make. It's not like a hash or something like that. That could be mean that we can SSH as a root with that password. If that's the case, that means we're pretty much done. Let's paste it. Oh, dang. That was an easy one. So yeah, we have cat root.txt. There we go, guys. We're done. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, dang. That was a little bit bummer. Especially that hashcat part was painful a bit. But yeah, we're done. Samir, what do you think? I think we can jump to Q&A session where pretty much, yeah, we got full takeover of the system right now. Who am I? Root ID, root. Where, yeah, we got a
Thank you very much, Fikrat. It was
yeah,
really interesting, also for me.
that was like a little bit Googling, just
Yeah.
you know, that hashcat thing. I don't know. It's just I think what I did is like actually thanks for Abu for reminding me in our like in the panel over here, that Q&A. I think he put into the Q&A that he just said that I totally forgot about it. First, we need to kind of put hash file, then dictionary file. But the thing that I was doing is putting a dictionary file too, then hash file. That it makes the hashcat think like because hashcat is looking for hashes, not like a clear text words. So it just thinks like a, you know, what the heck is that? It's just, it doesn't look like a hash, you know,
Yes.
because in the dictionary it's just basically clear text things. Then when we kind of fixed it, it was like a easy win. So yeah, that was pretty much interesting box, I guess. It was good.
Thank you. We
Oh,
have several questions. Some of them I have already answered, but I would like to ask about the resources. What are the best resources for someone with no prior knowledge of this to use to start learning?
the perfect resource, as you've seen me, like I'm using Google a lot. Google is ethical hackers, or I can say cybersecurity researchers, like a best tool. For example, if you the resources can differ. For example, Hack the Box is a great resource in like ethical hacking lab that I'm actually using. You guys can just send me a friend request over there too if you want. I have a team and I have a membership over there too. 0 day. I'm in the guru level over there. So it's one of the best I can say, like you know, ethical hacking labs that are available right now. And another great resources could be like a Sense has very useful blogs. You can check the Sense blogs. Another could be like a blog that I can refer is like Gottmelk's blog, as he is one of the old members of cybersecurity community. His Linux privilege escalation, like a blog series, is one of the best. And you can just basically, another good thing that you guys can do is just, you know, the OSCP, which I'm the one of the OSCPs. You can just read about OSCPs. You can Google OSCP 0 to Hero, and they're gonna give you some really good resources about how you can just start learning ethical hacking or pen testing, and just do. But for sure, you need to have very good Linux skills for sure. Otherwise, you know, you're just gonna get stuck.
The other
Let me
questions
just
are
stop sharing my screen because it's
yes,
a little bit
please.
annoying. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying right now. I'm sorry.
The another questions about the penetration testing. What are the benefits for the organizations to have a penetration testing process or penetration tester? What are the main benefits? Would you like to talk about it?
Oh, that's a good question. So I can say that penetration test, the thing that the bad guys, I mean the attackers doing and penetration testers are doing, pretty much same. The only difference is, you know, penetration testers and ethical hackers are working for the companies. You know, they're just reporting, they're just finding their vulnerabilities and see if it's kind of how hackable it is, and they're just reporting to sysadmins or information security, like a blue team members, like, hey guys, you need to patch this, you need to like patch that vulnerability over here, you need to change the security configuration in that service because it's vulnerable. But the attackers are doing is just totally different. They're just getting in and breaking the stuff. So, you know, that's a pretty much difference in a easy story, or easy with the easy words.
Thank you, Fikrat. And one of our attendees, he's asking about the hash. Can you post the hash so we can also try it out? Can we share the hash with them?
Let me choose Jonathan. Hashes containing $sign need to be enclosed in a single quote on the Unix command line. Yeah. And yeah, you put some. Okay, he's just, you know, referring that hashcat. If we're gonna use with that way, it could be we could get better results or just something like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, thanks, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there any other question? Otherwise,
there's
okay.
Another attendee is just another attendee. How to protect us better? That's a very broad question. If we're gonna start talking about it, it's most probably gonna take like even like a days or even months that to just better discuss, because you know every major topic has like lots of like a subdomains and subcategories and you know stuff. Cybersecurity is a very broad, very huge like a field, and I think for better protecting us, we need really good cybersecurity professionals and experts that has experience and also because if you're a cybersecurity professional, for better protecting some stuff, you need to know how that internal parts of the systems are working. Like for better securing the network appliance or firewalls, you need to know how that firewall and network switches or routers are working. If you want to secure some Windows AD environment, you have to know, it's a requirement that you have to know how the AD is working, and at least you have some type of an experience with AD. It's my subjective like opinion, but you know, for me, it's kind of like that. You have to know pretty much, you know, something from everything.
Good, thank you. There's also a very interesting question for you.
Yeah?
Yes, what would you like to do now with this website you hacked?
Oh, this is actually internal. That's actually internal, my internal like a machine. right now I can do pretty much anything with that. I can use that as a command and control, like a part of bot or something like that. If I would be hacker, yeah, I would use that. But pretty much you can do anything with that system. So you can exfiltrate the data. This is how the hackers are doing. They can exfiltrate the data. They can run anything on the system, because root is like a kernel level privilege, and you pretty much have all of the doors in front of you are just basically open. So possibilities are, almost like endless,
The last question is here about the hacking. Can they hack their own system, their own Windows, or they just have to have Linux?
Yeah, they can of course hack their own Windows systems. So my advice is, if you want to do some testing, or just, let's say, pen testing on the Windows environment, Microsoft has like developer VMs, that, because Windows, guys, Windows are not a free of charge. You need to get a license for that. Even if you're going to use it for VM, you need to get a license in ethical way. And if you're going to use some crack tools and stuff like that, that's not right. That's not the right way to do it. But Microsoft has developer Windows 10 VM available on their website, so you can download it. It's like a fully functional Windows system, but the only difference is they're intended to be for developers, not for like a production-ready environments. And you can download it, and you can install some applications on top of it, like some vulnerable applications, and you can do some tests. You can, for example, OWASP is OWASP is another great resource for web application security testing. And they have damn vulnerable web application. That's the name of their Linux distro, or name of their system. So you can just play with that too. But long story short, you can do some hacking on the Windows environment and Linux environment too. But the reason that we use that Linux environment, because it's already being here in the Vuln Hub. And another thing is, the reason that I choose that specific machine, because it has very hard, it's been identified as a very hard machine in the difficulty level. So that's why I chose that. But it was an actual good machine. I liked it. It was pretty much good. You guys also can check the Vuln Hub. Vulnhub.com has tons of vulnerable machines that you can download, put it onto your VM, and just start playing around with it.
Thank you very much, Fikrat, and it was really interesting session with you. It was really interesting masterclass. Actually, now we are end of our masterclass, but I would like to introduce you a cybersecurity course, which is recently launched in Switzerland, which is support for Swiss government, and you can become cybersecurity expert or engineer if you get this federal diploma in Switzerland. This is an optional part. If you want to stay to learn more about this federal examination and the preparation course, you're welcome. I will start the presentation right now. It will take just 5 minutes, and then, or you can leave if you want. So this course is provided by Swiss Cyberforum. We are officially recognized course provider in Switzerland, and we prepare the talents, young talents, to Swiss federal examination. Those are the different names in different languages in Switzerland. In English, its name of the exam is Cybersecurity Specialist with Federal Diploma. And you can see the German or English, the French or Italian version. So we are offering full online program. That means that you can attend our course anytime, anywhere from Switzerland. If you work full-time, you just need to spend or invest 10 to 12 hours per week to study this program. It will take like 1 year 2 semesters. We have a lot of real-world cybersecurity challenges and the competition to prepare it, because 60% of the examination is challenges, are challenges. So we have international academics. So our academic director is from University of Washington, and Fikrat is one of our instructor, lecturer at the course. We have experts from Europe and Switzerland as well. We are going to help you for finding cybersecurity job in Switzerland after you get your the Swiss federal diploma. And of course, the best part of this course, you will get 50% of your course fee back once you attend the federal examination. That means that if you start 2nd of November this year, you may attend the exam next year, November, and then you will get 7,000 francs from Swiss government's back, like refund. And this is total 520 hours course, full online. And we have weekly virtual classrooms, a lot of challenges you will get, and will be ready for federal examination. Which position can you take after the federal examination, after you get a Swiss federal diploma? One of them, ICT security operation manager, or cybersecurity engineer, or SOC experts. And you can get also salary increase, career advance. We are going to coaching for career advancement as well. So more information you can get from our webpage, which is swisscyberforum.com. And we have also information events. We invite you to online and on-site information events for more information. You're welcome to send your questions and ask more information. That's a short introduction from my side, and I would like to stop the presentation, our masterclass for today. Thank you very much for your time having us, and thank you very much, Fikrat, for the great masterclass.
You guys welcome.
Our pleasure.
It was great. It was great for me too, and thanks for guys joining in to our masterclass. It was a great. And again, as I said before, it was totally kind of that how I was approaching when I was first seeing the system. Again, there's no prep work has been done before, so you know it's a prep work has been done before. It could take like 20 minutes to kind of present, okay, what we kind of done in here and stuff. So that's why it's we just, when we kind of build our master class, me and Samir, we decided to kind of have just like a brand new machine that had no prep work. It could be like interesting for users that to see how the real world thing is going on. So
thank you, Fikrat. There are last 2 questions I would like to answer. The language, the exam. The exam language is 60% in English, last 40% either in German, French, or Italian languages, and you have to be Swiss residents during the federal examination. Then you will have admission to federal examination. There's another question about EU citizenship. So you can be EU citizenship, but if you can have EU citizenship, but if you are living in Switzerland, you may attend the exam and get your Swiss federal diploma from Swiss government in cybersecurity.
I have a quick question about that EU citizen living in CH. So they should because I'm totally unaware of that. Yeah, I know I'm a instructor, but I'm totally unaware of that. Who can get in and who cannot get in? My question is that let's say somebody from the Germany, but he is living in the Switzerland, but they don't have a Switzerland passport. Do they can still get in, or they're not allowed to?
Yes, one of the requirement to be Swiss residents, not citizen, Swiss residents. If you are Swiss residents, then you can get admission to the federal examination and get 50% refund from Swiss government.
Wow, that's great.
That the passport, just Swiss residency during the exam, before and after the exam, it's important.
Right, makes sense. Thank you.
So thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy your evening. Please stay in touch with us and follow up our newsletters and the homepage. see you soon, and have a nice and great evening. Bye.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.